Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Thursday evening live stream. This is Backdraft. How we doing? Thank you so much for joining me. And we're moving on back today to Create Above and Beyond. Symmetria Season 8 episode number 1 has been released. And we're doing that series in tandem with Create Above and Beyond. At least that's the plan for now, because I know you guys are enjoying Above and Beyond, and so am I. We're having tons and tons of fun. And we're hopefully going to be finishing up Inductive Mechanisms in this stream. If not, very, very soon after, by the next episode release of Above and Beyond. So like I said, we're doing this in tandem with Symmetria now that Symmetria is... Wow, my throat's hurt. That Symmetria is back. So it'll probably be like, you know, an episode or two of one and then back at episode 2. They're kind of like what we did with the Create with Backdraft SMP, but now we're back to vanilla. I'm actually having a lot of fun over there. But yeah, what's going on, ladies and gents? Pranav, what's going on, my friend? Hey, yo. Hey, ho. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you so much for joining me. So we're going to be hopping on over to my Above and Beyond world, and we're going to dive right in to where I have left off. Radio silence. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was weird. I was like frozen for a second. Stream health is good. We're good. Okay. The sub counter decided it all of a sudden wanted to start working again. I tell you guys, it's so weird. Last stream, it wasn't working for some reason. This stream, it is working. I think it's a little off, actually. Hang on. Off in terms of it being centered. I swear they change that website like every week. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, here we are back in Above and Beyond. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? So we're starting the stream, the official count of 1484 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. 1480, of course, is what we see, rounds to the nearest 10th. Latest subscriber, Anthony Brooks. Not sure when Anthony actually subscribed. If Anthony, if you ever see this, or if you're by some miracle watching the stream, thank you so much for hanging out and hitting that subscribe button. Checking on the frames. Frames are good. We're getting a tiny bit of FPS drop here and there when we kind of turn and stuff, but FPS is actually doing really well. So if you guys haven't seen the latest episode Above and Beyond, I actually turned the shader pack off, and we are now using vanilla textures. Of course, we're using fancy graphics and stuff because we still got a pretty good graphics card. But I'm actually using a new mod called Magnesium, which is actually, it's just another funny name, kind of like Sodium. It's very similar to the Sodium mod. If you guys are familiar with Sodium, it's just an FPS booster, kind of performance boosting mod for Minecraft, and we're actually... Magnesium is kind of like its cousin that you can use for Minecraft Forge, and it's actually doing wonders. So we have VSync turned on right now, so we're getting a steady 60 frames per second, so we're not losing all that extra processing to trying to crank out extra frames that we don't need. I forgot the exact count, but I learned this a long time ago in school, but like the human eye can only process up to like, I think it's like 30 frames per second, then everything past that looks exactly the same in terms of video. Obviously, FPS in a game, you get a little less choppiness, but I mean, this looks really fancy schmancy right now, and we're still getting that steady 60 FPS. Thank you guys for hanging out. But Pranav, what's going on, my friend? Everybody else that's here chilling in the background, feel free to use the chat to your heart's content. I do enjoy chatting it up with you guys. But anyway, Inductive Mechanisms. This is what we're going to be working on in the latest episode. That and actually doing a bit of a change to our storage. We're going to be implementing pretty pipes. That's going to be the next episode of Above and Beyond. Wow, sorry. Coming out in the next few days. But anyway, let me show you guys what we have set up already over here. So, I have a giant belt that's fed from our wood farm. It's taking all the sticks that we used to just trash, and we're feeding it over here. We also have a simple cobble generator, and we have 3 arms here feeding all of these items into this auto crafting grid right here, creating our crushing wheels. Then we're crushing the crushing wheels down to get the inception and creating the singularities, and this thing's already been going for a while. It's been cranking out while we've been working on this over here, which is our TNT factory. So this is already all set up. We're cranking out our ender dust, our bone meal, and our gunpowder by cutting, then milling, then cooking the different types of slimy ferns. So we're taking that gunpowder and we're also using that in tandem with a simple sand generator over here. We're just kind of avoiding all the extra stuff that comes with crushing down gravel. And we have our 2 mechanical arms. See, even with all this stuff going absolutely wild, we're still getting a steady 60 frames, which is awesome. So this is generating all of our TNT. It isn't super duper fast, but the plan is, at least is what I get the impression for, and what a few other people I've seen have done, is what we're going to do is we're going to implement some stockpile, what do they call stockpile switches, I think. So basically we got to do some redstone wizardry here. So we're going to make some stockpile switches and probably end up blasting a TNT. So the idea, if you guys aren't into this part of the mod pack, if you're not even familiar with the mod pack, so the idea is, in order to convert singularities into the quantum entangled singularities, you have to drop a singularity and an ender dust. Singularities are those things over there, and this is the ender dust. Drop those on the floor together, and then you blast a TNT off, or it just has to be an explosion. It doesn't necessarily have to be TNT, but we're going to use TNT, and it will convert those into 2 quantum entangled singularities. I actually tested this out in creative mode, but the idea is we don't want to blast 1 TNT to just get 2 quantum entangled singularities. We want to do it when we've got, I think what we're going to end up doing is like when we got like 15 or 20, and the way we're going to do that, like I said, is using stockpile switches and a bit of redstone wizardry. So here we go. I kind of got to figure that out now. So first things first, actually, is we got to feed the singularities over to here. And then to keep a contained explosion, we're going to feed the TNT into a dispenser. And then the dispenser is going to drop the TNT into water. And when TNT explodes in water, it doesn't actually damage any surrounding blocks. That's a vanilla feature if you guys didn't actually know that. So the idea here is I want to feed the singularities down, but I want to keep the walkway intact. Essentially, this is the middle walkway. I don't want any industry on this walkway so long as I can help it, and we've done a pretty good job of it so far. So I think what we can do to kind of keep that going is this. This should be just fine. So we'll just kind of temporarily break all this and feed it over here to meet up with the ender dust and where the exploderificator is going to be. Exploderificator. I'm watching way too much Tango Tech. Shout out to Tango Tech. Why does it feel like I'm lagging? Am I just paranoid? Maybe I am. I don't know. Alright, so by the way, from last episode, I don't know why this does this every now and then where it doesn't let me turn it unless I'm like right next to it. By the way, all this industry that we set up last episode for all of the create components has been working wonders. We're already maxed out on large cogs, maxed out on small cogs and shafts, and we're working on the andesite casing and the gearboxes. Essentially, once we filled these up, the rest are just getting voided, but whatever, you know, it's all farmable resources, doesn't really matter. And we want to keep it going too. Like I said, I don't think we're ever going to use that much, so we'll eventually turn it off once we fill up everything, but for now we'll keep it going. Okay, hopefully that should be fine. Yeah, I want to keep this hidden under the floor, obviously. Bloop, bloop. And then once we get past the middle, we can kind of just pull it back up, so it doesn't really matter. And I should probably figure out where these are actually going to gather up to get blasted. And then obviously we gotta power this. I think we could just power it from over here. Wonder if a gearbox, sometimes we get lucky. Oh yeah, there we go. Gearbox works. We're cranking that. And then we'll set that up underneath the floor over here. You could try putting brass tunnels over it. Could be expensive though. Putting brass tunnels over it? What are you referring to specifically? By the way, we got 2 bots. Wow. You know you've ascended to a specific status on YouTube when you've got 2 bots spamming at the same time. fine. I'm just kind of putting this all back before I forget. Oh, putting brass tunnels over it. Oh, I think I... Like, while it's in the floor here? I mean, I don't care. I can just cover it up. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I mean, ultimately, that wouldn't be that expensive. At this point, we're kind of, you know, we kind of have a lot of materials to work with. A lot of precision mechanisms and the ability to create quite a bit of brass, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, you can put a line of brass tunnels over a belt and the items will go right through. Yeah, I do know that. The thing is, I'm probably just going to cover this back up. Like, this actually will work. It won't stop the items from flowing. That should work. Just like that. Maybe move that dirt eventually. So, I wanted to use this space over here just a bit. I mean, ultimately, the inductive mechanisms are probably going to be assembled somewhere around here, probably. But this is pretty much the hardest part of this whole thing. Once we get the quantum entangled singularities, to get the chromatic singularity, all you got to do is combine the quantums with die and a press, which is super easy. And then you crush them down to get, whoops, crush them down to get the paintballs. And then you combine the paintballs to make the chromatic compound. Shoot the chromatic compound through a beacon, which is how we're going to do it, because that's super easy. And then you press that down and put it into a mechanical crafter, and you have your, I can never remember the name, the coils, I think is what they are. Yeah, the radiant induction coils, and you need 2 of those to create, whoops, 2 to create your inductive mechanisms from precision mechanisms, which is super dope. Actually, before I get here, I probably should wire up the belts under the floor, which is right here. And there's actually a pretty simple way to do this without using, so you can use, if you really want, you can use encased chain drives, but this is actually pretty simple. Just do it like this. That always happens for some reason. That doesn't place right, and then I have to like spam click it with a wrench to get it to place correctly. There. It's so weird. Alright, so that's all going now. Beautiful. And I didn't mean to do that. These have to be this stone. Okay. Yep, says Panda. Panda, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. And then we'll just do the same thing here. Yeah, like I said, you could use encased chain drives, but I just don't. I don't think I really have many right now. Let me check actually. Uses a bit more components, but those are pretty much... Oh, we have 54 of them. Whatever. This stuff is pretty much free in case chain drives are a bit of a pain to craft. So, actually not really. Case chain drives. Oh, they're really not that bad. I mean, it's just iron. We don't have an unlimited supply of iron yet, so I guess that's my excuse. I don't know why that insists on placing like that. It's so weird. There we go. Oh no, they're gonna pop off. Okay, so over here we want to feed them into a chest, which I think will have the chest like up a little bit because we want it to... we want the TNT... Actually, it doesn't matter where the TNT is as long as we feed that into water, like I said, as long as... So, I also don't want to, because we're going to have to eventually... We're going to have to take the bone meal out of here, and I think we'll feed the bone meal over here somewhere. So, I think I want to do the TNT over here. So, let me actually put this down. before I, just so that I know where the belt's gonna be for the bone meal. And yes, you can feed items underneath like that. You guys didn't know that happens. All right, so we're cranking out the TNT. Now, like I said, I might hop over to the creative world real quick and just finalize the design. Let me do that real quick. Sometimes the game actually crashes when I try to switch between worlds, so if it does, I apologize. We'll just have to reload the game. I usually try not to switch while I'm on stream, but hopefully we're okay. Usually we're okay. Sometimes it likes to be a pain and lag out. Let's see what happens. And of course it lags out. All right, give me a minute. I gotta restart the game. Just our luck. All right, game's restarting. Sorry, this takes a minute or two. But yeah, I have no idea why. This has been happening ever since I started playing Above and Beyond. How long's it been? 3-4 months? Occasionally, when I switch between, it used to be every single time, but now it's occasionally if I try to switch, if I load a world and then close that world and try to reload another world, it gets stuck on that 100% screen, loading screen, and just sits there forever and doesn't do anything. So the game essentially crashes and can't load anything. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch a loading screen. But what we're going to be doing when the game comes back up is we're going to be going to creative, and I have a bit of a design going on. But the idea is we're going to feed in the singularities. Oh, that didn't take long. The singularities and the ender dust. And do the controlled explosion to get the quantum entangled singularities. And this is the hardest part of the whole assembly line. Once that's done, the rest is pretty simple. So, except for maybe disposing of the waste. There's like towards the end, there's like chromatic waste, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get rid of that. I think if you literally, I actually gave this suggestion to somebody else. I don't know if they ended up using it, but if you dump, so it's a liquid waste that's a byproduct of creating the inductive mechanisms, and if you you can just spit it out into a hole and then push a piston into the hole, and I'm pretty sure we can actually test this theory out right now while we're in creative. So this is it, chromatic waste, and then if I take a piston, and we got a redstone torch, so if I dig a hole, dump this into the hole and activate the piston, it just gets rid of the waste. So it's a byproduct of, is that water? It looks like water. It's a byproduct of creating the chromatic compound. I don't know why that looks like water. But yeah, essentially just dump it into a hole, push a piston into the hole, and it's gone. So that's what we'll have to do. Trying to automate the explosions is far the hardest thing I've come across. But this is how you do it. It's not that hard. So what we have here is we have is this a content? Stockpile switch. Sorry, stockpile switch. Stockpile switch, and I'm fiddling with something. Okay. I've seen like one other person do this so far, and it's not that complicated. As long as you can get the redstone right. So there's a block called the nullifier. Yeah, that does the same thing too. I'm just not gonna have that until I get Invar machines going. I think you need Or do you need zinc machines for that? Yeah, I'm not gonna have those even until I get inductive mechanisms going, because I wanted to get the ender chests. Food over here. Fun. It's a buddy card. Okay, this is the setup. So the stone, so this is how this is going to work. We have this one set to a specific amount. It's set to 2%, which means that it will turn off when we're at, whoops, I put that in the wrong one. I didn't mean to put it in that one. Oh, this needs to be a receiver. So you see here, if you guys didn't know this, this is a pretty neat little trick with Create. Funnels and tunnels can be disabled with redstone signals. So the idea here is that what we're going to do is we have these two stockpile switches going, which are detecting, this one's detecting stone, and I guess we'll maybe do cobblestone, or we might as well do what, are singularities stackable? There. Okay, so we're gonna whack this, put the singularity there. So the idea here is once we have, I think it's like 25 or maybe 35. 32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, once we get about 35 singularities, this redstone link is going to turn off. Okay, so, and then once we get 35 ender dust, which essentially will be the same amount, and I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit. So let me set this to 2% like I did before. It's the system that drops a stack of dust and singularity simultaneously, whilst having a redstone set up to stop it overfilling and turn off altogether when I'm full. That caused a few problems. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to make it so that it's a stack. It's going to be like half a stack, because if I wait for a whole stack, then the system's going to be backed up for a while. So here, watch. So right now we have the right amount of singularities fed into this chest right here, right? This one we're observing ender dust. So once I have the 35 ender dust, the other side, I think it's 35 or is it 34? 35. Then they fall and you're done. So, and then once they fall, the whole thing resets. Except for this side didn't for some reason. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, so essentially I have it as an OR gate right now, and I need it to be an AND gate until they're both empty. So let me tweak this a bit. I think I know what to do. So let me just clear this out. And we'll expand upon this a little bit to do a bit more testing as well, but... So once we have 35 in here and 35 in here, we're going to get a signal from this and a signal from this. And there might be an easier way to do this, but I mean, it's redstone. I've been doing redstone for years, so I would hope that I know a thing or two. But you don't know. So essentially this part can be anywhere. I'll just put it above it just to kind of keep it together. But what we're going to do is we'll put a link here. We'll turn this into a stone link. And then what we're going to do is actually, let's move this off to the side. This can literally be anywhere because it's wireless. So I'll put this here. I'll put the redstone there. I'll put the link here, that there, and then there you go. Now these are constantly locked until this redstone torch is deactivated. So let me put a repeater behind it. And then if I put another redstone link here, which will be connected up to the redstone links. Okay, I shouldn't have removed those. I might be overcomplicating it, but ultimately this will work. We'll make this the ender dust link. Once this has a redstone signal given to it, I gotta figure out how to make it activate. That'll probably do it, I think. Nope. How the heck do you do this? Will that work? I've never done it like this. Mine's overcomplicated. This is making me feel bad. Hey, you know what? Oh, crap. Oh, you know what? I think I can literally just do this. Although I don't know. No. That? Will dust come off of it? Does it? Weirded out by just having dust sitting in the middle of my... I thought it was supposed to power the block. What if it's on top of the block? I guess I haven't used dust as much. Or, okay, I know it works with a piston. Let's just do a piston. This is annoying. And I think it would actually break if we put it directly on the piston. So let's just put a block. This is so weird. It should power the block. Is something transmitting when it should be receiving? No, I mean... It's not doing anything. Like, I'm just... Why isn't it powering that? Like... Wait a second. This isn't the underdust. No, this is the stone. These are the stones, so the underdust is completely gone, so... What am I doing wrong here? This is so confusing. Yeah, so that... Oh, that creates it. Okay. What am I doing wrong with the redstone links here? I feel like a total noob. Like, there should be no reason for this. See, it's giving off a signal right now. Like, where... Does it go up? See, like, it's on. Because, like, this one's on. So weird. Is it backwards? Does it have to be... See, I don't think I can place it there. Oh, you're right. Something transmitting should be. I'm such a dummy. Okay, these are both set to receive. Yeah, I'm a dummy. Oh my gosh. And I gotta reconfigure this stockpile switch too. Use red alloy instead of redstone. You can wire it better, more control and placement too. You know. I don't even know if I'm gonna need dust actually. So what we need to do is we need this to stop, we need this to turn off when these are both full. So I actually think doing, hang on. Once again, let's set this up as the ender dust. So here, hang on. think at the end of the day, if I set these both to send ender dust signal, okay, it's currently off, which means that these are off. So, hang on. So if that's currently on, does this give a yes? So what I need to do is, okay, that's currently on too. So the stone, it's kind of a way of making like an AND gate using wireless redstone. So what we needed to do is we need these to stay locked until both of these shut off, which I think should happen now. So let me try this out. So this is the Singularity. So this is the 35 ender dust. That should turn off. Great. Nothing should happen yet. Then, but that's going to come back on when one of them comes back on. And it's going to lock them both again. Hang on one second. So let me put the singularities in. It drops. See, it only, gosh, it only dropped like 2 ender dust. Why? Okay, we only want this to be on when both of these are empty. So it should be an, oh my gosh, I'm confusing the crap out of myself now. Project Red does have an AND gate. Yeah, that's fine. But gosh, it needs to be something else. Hang on, this is racking my brain, and I deal with stuff like this at work all day. Okay, so the logic is when there's 35 in this one and 35 in this one, drop everything out and then reset the whole thing. I somehow need to make it so that, I think I got it. Okay, hang on. Kind of. So if I build it like this, yeah, why isn't it, it shouldn't be dropping it like that. Why is it dropping it like that? It should be dropping the whole stack. That's so weird. So hang on. Let's try it like this. We'll get it. We'll get there. This is, like I said, this is the hardest part of the whole thing. So signal, singularity, ender dust. And another. Okay. Hang on. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but let's see. So this should be a send for the ender dust. So now they're locked. Checking the inventory. Wait, see, mine's different. I lock the chutes with redstone and check the inventory of the buffer between accumulator and basin, so it reactivates when there is room for more. Okay, I think I can figure this out. Okay, this is what I need to do. If this is on or this is on, these should be unlocked. So unlocked means that this is not powered. So right now it should be powered. But these... Okay, wait, it's coming together now. I think this will do it. So that ender dust. Oh wait, like that, ender dust. Okay, so now if this one's on or that one's on, this one will turn off and open up. Okay. But we don't want that because we want them. Oh my gosh, this is so confusing. Why isn't it dropping? Oh, you know what? Maybe we should use a chute. Maybe that's the problem. Actually, I think we had it before. Hang on. We're getting there. So these should be the stone. Receive. Let me reset this whole thing. So we really only need one of these. Okay, so now they're both locked. So let me dump in the 35 singularities. Did I restart these? I don't think I did. No. Hang on. So I had it at 2%. And all right, cool. I think we got it now. 2%. Beautiful, we did it. Okay, so the problem was that the funnel couldn't drop it all in time, but the chute can. The chute just drops out everything at once. Plus, having all of this interconnected like this was also part of the problem. So, once again, let's give it a test. Or let's try the other way around too. So if we got the 35 ender dust in there, and we've got 35 singularities. Turn off. Everything falls out. Gorgeous. Okay. So, and then we can kind of just put this next to it or something, you know, not way off to the side. So now the next challenge is I want to essentially design this whole thing. So we can probably put, this is the TNT dispenser here. Hang on, let me grab it. Probably put the TNT like right there. That'd probably be fine. Oh wait, no. Because we need the water. The water needs to be held in place. So possibly right here. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. Okay, so we'll put the water there. Cover that up. I'm gonna do that with glass. Wait, do you even need the stone frequency? You can use the ender dust frequency directly. Yeah, you're right. You are absolutely right. First time being this early. And man, Cube, hey my friend, what's going on? No, you are 150% right, my friend. Yeah, that was just me being confused. As long as that still works, let me double check that. So the ender dust. Oh. Singularities. And they both drop. Beautiful. Okay. We're also going to need to set up probably 2 chests down there to suck up all of the quantum entangled. And the way we're going to do the TNT as well is we can actually hook this up to... whoopsie-daisy. Not like that. So, let me show you. Let me throw some glass up here just so we can make sure... Actually, stone, sorry. Okay, got the stone. Just put a few stacks of TNT in there. Now, what we can do here is we can actually activate the dispenser using ender dust. So what'll happen is when it pulses, the TNT will drop. Hopefully not break everything. Beautiful. Making Enderium. No, my friend, we're working on the redstone that is required to make the quantum entangled singularities for inductive mechanisms. Dust. T-Mac! What's going on, my friend? Yes, to dust. You know how it is. Let me grab... Gonna grab a chest, too. We're not gonna put a... I'm gonna put a double chest here because the quantum entangled singularities could end up on the ground in either spot. So just honestly gonna have 2 of those, and we'll put filters on them. Quantum entangled, allow. Whoops! I accidentally clicked on the funnel, not on the filter. Okay, great. What's going on, T-Mac? How are you, my friend? Welcome to Modded Minecraft, where everything's made up and it's really hard to understand. Solid, my friend. What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, we're gonna give this a test now. Back up, dude. What are you doing? You ate and you went outside. I don't know what you want. I can't give you attention right now. Okay, here is the test of truth. This should make about 70 of them. So I'll dump in the singularities. I'll dump in the ender dust. Gorgeous. Yeah! Okay. Beautiful. I love it when things work. Why not use TNT duping? Because I already am creating it using the create mod, so there's no reason to dupe it. But you could. I mean, you know. I got so shafts. See, I don't know. Is that like a new version thing? Like, it's so weird that it does that. Okay, I'm just gonna emulate what's actually gonna happen. Not there. Here. So we're gonna feed in the singularities and the ender dust here. Okay, so we'll fill this up with some singularities. And then essentially we should just watch it boom, splode everywhere. And be super independent and throw its hands up at me. Okay, and then we'll just do a motor. And this thing should just go crazy. So once we hit 35, the other thing is we might have to lock these funnels. I think we're gonna have to lock those funnels once we get to 35 because I think it might drop more than 35. Oh wait, we'll see how many it makes. Yeah. I mean, essentially, it works. Works like a charm. And the other thing is we're gonna have to take them out of there really quickly. I mean, I don't think this is gonna be. It's not gonna be producing. Okay, hang on a second. I have to think of something. Okay. I need to lock these funnels when there's 35 items in the chest. Ugh, which may be a little tough. I mean, it doesn't have to be super duper perfect. Why are people very worried about the warden being strong, but I realize that the answer is firework rockets insta-killed? Huh. I mean, the warden will be very, 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 very intimidating. So I think we can handle this with a couple links here. So we'll turn this one into a receive. This one will be a send. We'll make it just a belt. So then once we have 35 and a dust, it won't allow any more to come in. And then with this one, a couple more links. And we'll just make this one like the shaft. And let's test this out again. Okay, all these singularities kind of gotta be like fed into a drawer or something because there's way too many of them. It stinks that you can only have 2 per slot. Obviously, it won't be this fast. Maybe you could set the drop amount of the smart chutes. Can you do that? Wait, can you actually do that? That would be dope if I could do that. Hang on. There we go. Hang on. Filtering items. Smart chutes or vertical chutes with additional control. Items in the filter slot specify what exactly they can extract and transfer. Use the mouse wheel to specify the extracted stack size. You can't. What? Oh, that's dope. I didn't know you could do that. So 35. Let's make sure this works. And 35. Okay. Now let's try her out. Let's make sure it only drops 35. Once we get to that point. So we got way more singularities than are necessary. Okay, hang on. So that's each of these is 9, 9, 18, 27. 27 times 2 is 54. 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70. Bam! It worked! All right. I think that we're good then. So, yeah, this is pretty much it. Absolutely dope sauce. At least the quantum entangled part of the name makes sense due to it being limited to 2. It is. Or it does, sorry. All right, this is the setup. So let's grab our create schematic and quill. I don't think I have anything in the ground. I'm just making a schematic. Let me get rid of this though. The only thing is if we ever run out of TNT, we want the whole thing to lock. So that I can actually add. Yeah, let me do that. So essentially we want to say if this is empty, all right, so that's currently going to be on. So if this is empty, we want the ender dust to the ender dust to constantly be on. If it's empty, which it's not, so I don't understand why we have to. Hang on. Obviously we'll do TNT. So right now it says %. That's at the right amount. That's not okay. I am confusion. Should say if it's 2% full. Hang on. Hang on, let me try this. No, 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 no! Well, that sucked. I just wanted to add one more thing. Was that too much to ask? Why doesn't TNT go away if you smack it in creative mode? That's what I want to know. I felt that. Yeah, man. That was actually pretty funny. The whole thing's wrecked. Hang on. Let me just get rid of this. I don't need that. Okay. Hang on. Let's fix it. I hate dirt so much. Okay, stone. Water. What time are we at? 1 hour. Okay, great. 1 hour and we're nowhere. All right. Let me grab this. This should be ender dust. All right, I think we're back in business. Let me put a stack of TNT in there and not accidentally activate it this time. Paranormal Rhino, what's going on, my friend? How we doing? How we doing? Thank you for joining. By the way, we just hit the 1 hour mark. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Be sure to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the content. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below. Any interactions you guys do with this stream, do help it out after the fact, because all of these are uploaded as videos to my channel once I am done streaming, so that people can search for them, find them, and watch them after it has been live streamed. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. Okay, so anyway, the idea here is we want these to constantly be locked when this is empty. So let me see if I can do this again. So if it's empty, right now it's off because it's not empty. If I empty it, it comes back on. If I put something in it, it's still on. Turn off. How much needs to be in there? Okay, 5 TNT needs to be in there. 6 TNT needs to be in there. The link on the other side got blown off in the explosion. Oh, did it? Oh, thank you so much. This should be an ender dust. Receive. Okay. So this will only work if there's at least 5 TNT. So once we go below 6, it will turn off. The whole thing won't even work anymore. So it doesn't matter how much I put in here. Nothing will work. But then once the 6th TNT enters it, it will drop. And we're screwed because this didn't get a pulse. Oh, that's why. Hang on. Let me take that 6th TNT out so the system is disabled. This needs to be a receive. And yeah, we're fine. There's water in there. So, okay. So let's try this again. So right now, there's only 4 TNT, so the system should be off. Yep, there's enough in there for it to drop. But the system's off, so it won't do it. But once that 6th TNT enters... Ah, crap. We would just lose all that then. But I gotta be up in 6 hours. So good luck with the build. Have fun. Have a good... Thank you, Panda. Take care, my friend. Thank you for joining me. This looks like a very complicated TNT launcher. It's a little different than that. So in this mod pack, we're following the quest book, and we need to produce these things called quantum entangled singularities, which require you to throw these things called singularities on the floor with ender dust, and then a controlled TNT explosion will convert them into these things, quantum entangled singularities. That's what we're currently trying to do. So, but this is all screwed up. But I don't see why. Wait. Why is this on? There's only 5 singularities in here. Is there bud powering going on somewhere? Please tell me there's not bud powering going on somewhere. Hang on, wait a second. If I've got 3 stacks in there, and I dump a stack in here, something is messed up. Come on. I see. It's a creeper impersonation device. Says Alcium. Hey, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for hanging out. Hey chat and draft, what's your favorite create block? Pranav. Weighted ejectors and mechanical arms. I do like mechanical arms, I will say. I think mechanical arms are pretty sweet. Or flywheels. Man. I think, is there... Wait a second. So, that one turns on. Now it's still on. Why is it still on? Something's butting it. Something's got to be butting it. It should not be giving off a signal at all right now. But it is. Why is it doing that? It's set to 2%. What? What is going on? Are these things broken? Like, this should 150% not be turned on unless there's 35 singularities in here. That redstone part with the repeaters and torches is an AND gate, right? Technically it's a NAND gate, but yes, ultimately it's an AND. It's an if you do it with respect to the repeaters, it's an AND gate. If you do it with respect to the torches, it's a NAND gate. But same kind of logic. But something is screwed up here, man. Is it getting QC'd by something? Sorry if my redstone jargon is messing with your guys' heads, but hang on. I wish you could just remove... Yeah, see, you can't just remove one type of item from your inventory. Is this QCing it? Redstone people. I mean, I know you need to know create components. What's going on? Am I QCing something? Because look at, hang on, let me move this over here. Maybe try using a Project Red NAND gate instead of a vanilla method may solve the butting issue. Okay, I could try that. I know somebody suggested Project Red AND gate earlier. Okay, so this is the setup. And we have it set to Singularity. God, I really wanted to have this done by the end of this stream. So once we hit 35, it's on. If we take stuff out, no, like, it's busted, man. Like, this is a bug. The signal only stops when the chest is emptied. So once I hit 35, hang on. So, watch. Now that I'm at 34, it's still on. Now I'm at 32, and it's still on. Is that intended? Hang on. Oh, you can't ponder these? Toggles a redstone sticker based on the amount of stored items. The bottom slider, it only turns off when it reaches 0. Oh! Oh my god, I'm such a noob. Okay, 2%. Well, how do I make them both 2%? Can you not do that? Okay, maybe I don't worry about the TNT overflowing. But actually, I need to worry about that. Maybe I should up it. Maybe I should do a stack. Okay, we've got this, like, how much would a stack be? Like 4%? I mean, here's the thing, though. If we put this at 1% and this at 2%, then it should turn off as soon as it drops out, because we're taking 35 out. So I don't think that that would be an issue. So this could technically be streamlined. So right now we got 4 TNT in there. Hang on. Let me just whack all this. Thank you, Pranav. So this is at 1%, this is at 2%. This should be at 1%, this should be at 2%. So here's the problem, though. Say I'm producing way more ender dust than singularities, and let's say that there's like 400 billion singularities in here. Or ender dust, sorry. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna get to 35 singularities. It's gonna drop it. And why did it drop more than 35 ender dust? It should not have dropped more than 35 ender dust. That's... that could potentially be a problem too. Gosh. Okay. All that ender dust. Okay, that time it did the right amount. Let's try again. Hopefully that was left over from before or something. Yeah, it's dropping it twice every... Why? I mean, here's the deal. Do I care? Do I care if I lose some material? Not really. I think we're gonna end up producing way more than we need. The thing is, though, too, if we run out of TNT, then we would just lose everything until we get more TNT. But I think we can produce TNT faster than we can produce ender dust. So I think we'll be okay. I think we can produce TNT faster than we can produce ender dust and singularities. So you know what? I'm gonna stick with this for now. If I run into major problems with it, then obviously we'll fix it. Doesn't have to be super duper perfect right off the get-go. Why isn't this working? Hang it. Honestly, I could probably just remember it, but we'll save it anyway. Okay, so I think we pretty much got it. That was quite the trip. I don't think we're ever gonna run out of TNT. I think that's the problem I was worried about, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So, and like I said, it doesn't have to be super squeaky clean perfect, because all of these items we're literally farming and have an infinite number of, so if there's some loss, I don't care. Ultimately, I think I'm pretty much good to go then. Okay, let's save the schematic. Quantum entangled singularity farm. Save. All right, now part 2 of trying to reload a world after closing one. Let's hope the game doesn't crash. Thank you guys so much for putting up with me during that last about half an hour of working in creative. That was quite the experience. Yes, I know. Can you lay down and relax for a little bit longer, please? George, he's getting antsy. Why do you want to leave? There's nobody else here right now. Okay, we loaded. Great. Okay, yes, I know. I love you too. All right, let's grab the schematic. I have one right here. A little bit of lag. Hey, Solid, if you're still here, have you made any progress towards your base on Symmetria? What? Oh, that's the schematic I accidentally. Sweet. Wow, this is a lot bigger than it looks. Is that really how big it is? It always looks so much smaller in creative mode. Let me actually move it that way. No, this way. Stop it. Stop it. Go that way. There we go. So that it lines up with the singularities here, so we can raise the singularities up to there. Then we can feed the TNT into here and the ender dust into there. We should be able to do that no problem. So that's where it's gonna sit. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not flawless. Like I said, there is potential for it to get backed up, but we could always reset it if need be. Or if it ends up just being a total piece of crap, we can potentially look at what other folks are doing. So let's get her built. I had a, here it is, material checklist. I just wanted to grab, where's my schematic cannon? I just wanted to get the material checklist so I had it. We don't have to build it using the schematic cannon. It'll take us 2 seconds to just build it by hand, so. This keeps feeling, I don't know why I keep feeling it's lagging. Alright, oh, I literally put that away and I need it. Let me clean up my invent a little bit. Okay, so andesite funnel, 2 brass funnel, 4 chests, 1 dispenser, 2 filter, 4 redstone link. Okay, 2 andesite funnel, we got it. 2 brass funnel, I think I have that too. Yep. All right, check. 4 chests. And then we'll craft another one. Beautiful. Where's my checklist? A dispenser. I don't think I have a dispenser, but we can easily build one. Note to self, don't use your bow. Okay, redstone sticks and 3 string. Of course, we only have 2 string. Let me dump some of this stuff off so we can clean up our inventory. And we randomly have 15 gunpowder in our inventory too, so we can dump that off. And a random amount of flint. Yeah, this is cranking out TNT pretty nicely. Got 114 TNT. Okay, we were building a dispenser, so I think I need to take wool, and this is just dump it into the crushing wheel, and we got 2 string. Now, does this have that altered? Absolutely not. It does not, so we gotta craft the bow ourselves. There's a data pack, we actually have it on Symmetria, where you can craft a dispenser using a dropper and actually, wait a second. Yeah, it's not on here. You can craft it using a dropper and then the string and the sticks so you don't accidentally use your bow like I was about to. Oh, did I not? Okay, there's the dispenser. 2 filters. I don't think do I have any filters laying around? I have 1 filter laying around. Of course I do. So for filter, we need a wool and 2 nuggets. Beautiful. 2 redstone dust. 4 redstone links. Now, I think you need a brass machine for 4. I think you get 4. Oh no. So 2 brass sheets. So we need a total of 4 brass sheets, and I actually think I'm fresh out of brass. I am fresh out of brass. Yeah, so let's make some more brass real quick. Next episode after this one, I hope we're gonna set up our massive industrial silver farm, and we're gonna be buying a bunch of stuff that we will end up needing, much like brass. Oh, by the way, one thing I did over here was I set up a hellbark tree with 4 arboreal extractors sucking lava out of it, so now we have an infinite power source for our Tinker's Construct here. Okay, so we're gonna alloy. I think we can do a total of like 2 at a time without it getting clogged up, so we'll just kind of have to go with the flow here. So we'll feed 2 in, and then once we have the brass, yeah, so it's filling up. Oh, it was 3 of each. So the next round we can do 3 together. I really should speed this up. How you guys doing? Still awake? Sorry, me messing around in creative may have been a bit of a snooze fest. Okay, got the brass, good. Let's get the ingots going. This should get us 6 ingots. Well, this should get us 2, but when we're done, we should have a total of, actually a total of 5. Should be plenty for now. Okay, let's do some more. And we'll reverse that. And we can just let this go, actually, while it's smelting that up and see if we can craft other stuff. Are we going to need brass for other stuff, too? Redstone dust, redstone link. 2 repeaters, 2 torches, 2 smart shoots. I think smart shoots also require brass. Of course they do. So we'll have to craft up some more brass. Oh, I have 2 smart shoots. Never mind. 2 stockpile switches. I think you get 2 from whacking a brass machine. Wherever I put my brass machine, I had one laying around. You gotta make sure to make stockpile switches. Stockpile switches. And we can actually complete that part of the quest because it suggests that you use stockpile switches. Oh, and we get 2 redstone links for that. That's pretty dope. That's useful. So now we don't have to use up all that brass. And anything else? Did I get everything else? We got to make the redstone components still. That's no problem. Our brass should be good to go now. There's 3 ingots. Yep. Okay. Pull it over. Back in, and we should be good to make our 3 remaining brass. But yeah, once we get our industrial silver farm up and running, we're literally just going to be buying brass and everything else that we're ever going to need. So, all right, we got our 5 brass. So now we only need, I think it's 2 brass to make the links because we just got, yeah, we just got 2 for free from that quest, which is really nice. So we'll crush these down. Beautiful. And what was it? Torch and wood. Redstone torch and wood. Got way too much crap in my inventory. Those off. Put the sticks off. We may, if sticks become a bottleneck in the Singularity production, we may actually, because the wood over here that's being produced for the cogs, like I said, we might eventually turn this off anyway, but we might mooch some wood off of here and craft those into sticks if sticks become a bottleneck. I'm just thinking out loud. That's what I do. Let's just make like 10 torches. I don't even think I've made redstone torches in this mod pack yet. We're gonna need a bunch of them anyway, so. Okay, there's our 4 links. Okay, 2 repeaters, got the 2 torches, and then 10 stone. You could use a lever by the faucet so you don't have to spam click. Yeah, I know, but right now there's actually no place for me to put the lever because I have the pump in the way. So, but that is a very good suggestion. Repeater. It's 2 repeaters, so we just need stone. And let me just grab some more of that. We should have some stone laying around. So we need 2 of these bad boys, and then a bunch of stone to actually build it. So I think we're good to go. Let me put this back into my hot bar so we can pull it up. And we're beautiful. And we're gonna need a bucket of water too, so we'll grab that. I think I actually might have that in my backpack, and I don't. Of course not. Yeah, but this should hopefully do just fine because I think, like I said, the ender dust production and the singularity production I think is going to be the bottleneck because it takes a bit for all that cobble to craft up. And I hear a zombie. Oh, hi. Do you want a hug? Here you go. This thing is so powerful. All right. Okay, we got the stone down. We got the chest down. I wish there was a way with create schematics, kind of like you can do with Lightmatica, where you can kind of like control what's being shown. You kind of can't do that. So quantum, entangled singularity. There's a faucet from supplementaries you can toggle on and off with need a redstone signal. Just right click the toggle and it stays on off until you toggle it again? Really? That's pretty dope. What's it called? Oh, this here? Wow. Is that it? That's the supplementaries faucet. That's pretty dope if that's the case. What did I just... Oh. It's a daisy. Okay, we got the dispenser. Just place that bad boy down. Alright, then we'll put a link there. We'll hook up the links afterwards. We need to get water. But let me take care of all this other crap first. Put down these smart chutes, and I think I can do a lot of this from memory, honestly. Okay, let's toggle these. think I need to put the chests down first. Then I can toggle the stacks, yeah. There's gotta be something for it to pull from. Okay, sweet. You see that schematic again. Okay, we need stone here. I don't know why I'm using stone. I mean, it doesn't, it just needs to be a building block, like whatever. Then I think the rest I can just do once again from memory. So we need a stockpile switch here, here. And then I'll make sure I configure those correctly this time. Then we need a link here, and a link here, and these need to be receive, and we'll put this all on the Ender Dust network, and that looks good. Okay, put the Ender Dust back. I don't think I want to turn this part on until the whole thing is ready to go, because I've got a bad feeling about this. I don't sense anything. Let me go grab the water before I forget. Before I forget that. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Slings a grappling hook and he's he's a spider draft man. Whoa! Whoops. I got. Let me configure these. Let me grab. Actually, I need an Ender Dust, and I will need a Singularity. So these ones will be the Singularities. These ones will be Ender Dust, and we will configure them precisely. So this will be 2%, this will be 1%, same deal with this one. Hopefully we're doing this right and we don't break anything. 2%, 1%. Dump the water in here. Cover that up with the stone to keep everything nice and tidy. And I think that's it. Did I forget anything? Let's check the schematic. Nope, looks like that's it actually. Dope sauce. Okay, so now that this is good to go, I'm gonna plop these down, and maybe we'll craft like one round of them manually, just to make sure it works. And then we'll kind of take them and see if we can start setting up the next thingy merjiggy. And I just realized this is in line with the floor and it shouldn't be, but whatever, I don't care anymore. You got, like, I like to have the belt on top of the floor rather than in the floor, but whatever, it's not a big deal right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take one TNT, I'm gonna put it in. Oh, I can actually complete that task. So complete, and we need to get the dye going. So once this part's done, essentially the rest of it is pretty easy. I mean, it'll take a while to set up, but it's not as complicated. I actually don't even know what the rest of it holds, honestly. So I'm gonna dump a TNT in there, and then I'm gonna manually dump in some dust and some singularities. And we will pray to the Minecraft create mod gods that it works. This one, that should not be there. Those are in the right direction. Okay, so this one's the singularities. What? Oh, right click. Dur. We'll dump in the singularities. We'll dump in the ender dust. We'll run for our lives. Victory! Take one of those, complete the task. Beautiful. All right. Gravy train. Okay, let's cover this all back up so I stop cluttering my inventory. Missing a stone, it looks like. I gotta have some extra laying around, right? Oh yeah, I do. Bloop. And... what? Why you no connected texture? What? Oh, do you need Optifine for that? I am confusion. Why would it be showing if it's not supposed to be connected? That one connects. Okay, whatever. I guess we'll leave that. I don't really know what's going on. Anyway, oh, by the way, I've been looking at the decoration blocks mod, and this mod is really sweet. Like, you got like supports and this is essentially like a wall, a palisade, chains. Obviously, chains are in vanilla now, but chandeliers. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff in this mod. Plus, there's like the computer console thing. Like, what's the heck's that mod called? Which gives you like more decoration blocks. Console? Yeah, console. So, oh, XK's Deco. So this is another decoration mod where you can build all kinds of fun, like, yeah, look at this stuff. Yellow tiles, like, this stuff's really crazy looking. Books, book stacks, like, there's all kinds of fun stuff you can build here. This is where the steel chest plates apparently come from. Look at this, brackets, like, porcelain tall, like, it's a porcelain vase, like, coral bonsai tree, lanterns. Then there's a lot of, like, yeah, this kind of stuff, like a solar system, telescope. So I think I'm gonna set some of this stuff up inside of the base just because it looks really cool. But where's all the fun? Yeah, this stuff's really cool. Like a mechanical screen. I don't think it does anything. It's just decoration. But still, oh, look at this stuff. This is sweet. What's this? Steel tiles lab. Tech chair. Tech tables. So like we got all this space in the middle here. Like we can set up like a cool little like mission control like area here. Like in this chunk. It's not really a chunk, but you know, like a cool little mission control area. I think that'd be really cool. We got all the, you know, all the industry around us just cranking out everything we need to get to the moon. I love decorating. Okay, so now that this is good to go, let me set up the belts first so that I know where the belts are going to go. So we need to feed the TNT into here. Which this doesn't actually need to be there. Yeah. So the TNT... This'll work, hang on. That should be fine. So we need to feed the TNT into the dispenser. That shouldn't be a problem. Then we need to feed the ender dust into this funnel right here. Like I said, I'm just setting it up for now. I don't want to wire this up until we're done with everything, until I've confirmed that everything works. And we got about 20 minutes left. Doesn't look like we're going to finish on stream. But we are making pretty good progress. Thank you guys for hanging out. Okay. And of course it doesn't line up. Oh wait, I see what we can do. Hang on. So there, and then this is gonna come up here. So there, that shouldn't impede with the TNT production. Wait a second. Did I miscalculate this? I might have. Yeah, I totally did. Crapola. Yet another robot. How many robots are gonna watch today? It's a lot of robots, man. So the singularities are going to be fed into there. That's no problem. Now the ender dust is posing a bit of a challenge here. God, I've dealt with worse belt spaghetti than this. If we pushed it one that way, we should have built it one more that way. Then it would have been fine, but unfortunately it's not, so we're gonna have to deal with that. So that should be here. Wait, 1, 2, oh, there we go. Hang on. Should be there. Like I said, that should not interfere, hopefully not interfere with TNT production. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So here's the problem. This is one too far for it to line up perfectly, but you know, things don't always line up perfectly. So we're gonna have to like turn it. Or we can pull a cheeky little trick. Ah. Cheeky trick. We're gonna pull a cheeky trick. Let me show you. Need a chute. Okay. I think this will work. Oh, I need 2 chutes. I should have just built it in the right spot. But you know what? I guess that adds to the challenge. Okay, so for chutes, I think it's 2 alloy and 2, yeah, iron sheets. Which I don't think I have any laying around, so I'll just make some real quick. Bloop. Where's my second sheet? There. Wow. Glitch much? Alright, so this should work. And then we'll cover that up to make sure nothing goes up top. And we'll open her up so we can see. And that's the ender dust one. So I can test this out by right-clicking here. Kind of want to turn that into a depot to make sure it's not going to go flying off the edge. That always makes me nervous. And turning it into putting a depot there can also help us test it a bit too, because the depot will allow it to pull it in. So I don't know why there's wood in there. There should not be wood in there. So we're going to need a casing and alloy. We're running low on alloy. Okay, so that's going to be a depot, and if I drop an ender dust on there. It gets sucked in. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, that's taken care of. That was kind of a pain in the neck, but that's all good. Everything's wired up. We just have to power it. Oh, we need a funnel here to pull out the ender dust. And a funnel here to pull out the TNT. TNT 224. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then once everything's good to go, we'll take the singularities and wire them up there. So next up, now that we have all this done, now we need to get the automation of the die going. So to complete that step, I think I have a rose bush laying around. That would be the easiest way to automate die. Yep, I got 27 of them. So, trying to think, we might need an encased fan because we're gonna have to bone meal the die. We're gonna need a dispenser. We can kind of just build all this on the fly. About 13 minutes left. Well, I'm guessing Solid's not watching anymore because he didn't answer my question, I don't think. Or did he, and I just didn't see. Maybe not. Okay, alright, so let me grab some dirt. You want to buy some death sticks? I was going to say I have more belts than that. Let me set up the belt that's going to carry the mechanisms as well. So this is where it's going to be. And it's just going to probably run that way. So we definitely have a bunch of space here that we can use to do the last little bit of what we need to do with all the paintballs and the chromatic compound and everything. So what I'm gonna do, I put my spawn build into Symmetria and it is fabulous. Oh, nice. Can't wait to see it. So I don't know exactly where this is all going to be set up. Oh, you mean into Litematica? Okay. Let's just do that just so I know where relatively the precision mechanisms are going to be coming in from. So, but I think what we're going to do next is we're going to start feeding all of this stuff off into this space, and this is where we're going to finish up what we need to do for inductive mechanisms. So the next step is to automate the die, and I think we can simply do that. So we got the bone meal coming through here. We can do that very, very simply right here. So let me go make another dispenser real quick. The dispenser will probably be sitting here. We'll have the rose bush here. And when you bone meal it, obviously, which bone meal we got laying around a lot. So when you bone meal it, it produces another rose bush, which I think we can then just take and, okay, we can crush it or mill it. So milling it gets us milling it gets us 3 die and then a 25% chance to get 2 more and a 5% chance. So we have a 5% chance to get 7 total. Well, it's different than that. With crushing, we have, oh, it's the same deal. So we might as well just use a millstone and save some space. Fluid encapsulator. Yeah, we might as well use the millstone to maximize the amount of potential die. Now the deal with bone mealing the rose bush is I need to be able to detect when we're full of die. When the die is full, I want to stop bone mealing the rose bush. So we can do that using, I think, a stockpile switch. That should be easy enough. What are you doing? Relax. Okay, I'm gonna make another dispenser. Dispenser will make it easy enough to bone meal. 2, 6, 7. God, my inventory's so clogged. Dump the stone out. Dump these shoots off. Dump the grass off. Dump the schematic off. You could use a deployer and clutch. I could. Dispenser is more lag friendly. But wait a second, but then I have to set up a clock. Actually, I think a mechanical or a deployer and clutch. Actually, yeah, that's a better idea. Thank you, Pranav. That's a much better idea. It'll be a lot simpler. Then I don't have to set up a redstone clock. Okay, let me get rid of this. Okay. Do I have any deployers laying around? I do not. So let's craft up an arm. Or a hand, not an arm. Okay, we need an alloy and an andesite machine. Yeah, we're running low on alloy. I might have to grab some more from the shebang-a-ring-a-boomerang over there. Okay, we got the hand. Got the deployer. Clutch, I think, is pretty simple. I think it's just like, yeah. Casing, redstone, and shaft. So let me grab a casing. And a shaft. 2 shafts, which I have already. Okay, and I have all the other components on me. So, yeah, let me see here. Oh, I'm going to need redstone links too, so if I'm going to deactivate the clutch. So here's where I think... no, not like that. Hang on, I think it needs to chill... right here, facing... I think that's where it needs to be to bone meal the rose bush. So the question is now, how do I collect the rose bush without using... I could use an encased fan. To blow the items into a funnel, or I honestly don't know of any other way to really do it, so I think we'll just have to use an encased fan. Let me get some glass. I want to set up a glass perimeter around the rose bush, and I'd like to use glass just to be able to, whenever I have the opportunity to see what's going on inside of something like this, I very much like to be able to. So, but yeah, we can use it in encased fan. There's no, players can place 3 blocks, so that actually doesn't need to be there. Okay. Plus, this also makes it so that the rose bushes won't go flying all over the place when they're bone mealed. So, okay, so we'll put an encased fan here to blow the rose bushes off into this direction into a funnel. Now, there's a little trick, I think you can do this, and this will put it on the belt. Maybe? Can you do that? Hang on, let me try. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, so then we'll have a stockpile switch over here. We'll have to set up a drawer. Let's get a drawer. And actually, we could just use, instead of using a stockpile switch, we could just use... Yeah, we don't need that. We could just use a void upgrade on the drawer. Then all the additional die would just get voided. Doesn't really matter. So we actually, so since we have a potential with the rose bush to produce, I think it's 2 different colors of dye when we're milling it. Yeah, so we would need a drawer that has 2 slots. So this one, so we can store the green and the red. Do I have any more trim? Or is this a drawer? That's a drawer. Okay. We'll need to make some more trim so we can build another upgrade. I think I have obsidian. Yeah, we don't need to use the clutch after all, so I guess that saves us some materials. Got the funnels. I'm gonna need to make some more funnels. Whew, more andesite machines in general. We're using a lot of materials. Got about 5 minutes left in the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're making pretty good progress. Not quite finished yet, but you will be able to see the finished product in the next episodes because we're going to finish this up. But yeah, essentially, there's no reason. There's no reason in having a stockpile switch over here when we can just use a void upgrade on the drawer. That'll just void all of whatever extra dye we're creating will just get destroyed, and it's whatever. We're using that all over the place anyway, literally everywhere else. So, first off, I need to make more. Let me use all this stripped wood. I need to make more drawers, or trim, technically trim, so that we can get upgrades for the drawers. So this will be jungle trim. And I just need one upgrade. Template. And we got our void upgrade. Okay, let me grab the remaining andesite machines that I have and just make them into funnels. Because we're going to need them. And then, of course, we will need to make more of them, so... But, with my fancy schmancy andesite casing production, this is how simple it is to get andesite machines now. And that was 4 stacks, so that's 32 andesite machines right there. Let me set this up real quick. Oh, we need to set up the millstone, so... we'll put the drawer... The millstone will be here. So that means we can put the drawer here. And like I said, we need 2 slots because we need a slot for green and a slot for red dye. And then we'll toss in the void upgrade. And bam, then we're good to go. Okay, so let's make some more andesite machines. Just because I like to have a plethora of them. Okay, let's grab 4 more stacks. And make a stack of andesite machines. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay. Where would I put create? I think I'll put redstone components in here just for now. Eventually, once we get pretty pipes set up, it doesn't really matter where we put items because it'll all just kind of be jumbled. The pipe system will just throw items wherever. Singularities are still coming along nicely. Yeah, sticks are becoming a bit of a bottleneck over here, but like I said, if need be, we can just take some of this wood because we're barely using any of it, so we could just take half of it and use it to make sticks. Okay, so now... Oh, I need a millstone. Forgot about the millstone. And we'll make the millstone go really fast. I don't have one. Of course I don't. We need stone, 2 alloy, a cogwheel, and wood. Let me grab a piece of wood. This is stone. We got cogwheels, and I have 1 alloy left. So we're gonna... Oh, I need 2. So let's go chill over here for a minute and just grab some alloy, since unfortunately I'm not keeping any for myself, which I probably should have. So we could literally just stand here and grab it all as it comes through. What I should be doing is I should have another tunnel over there stockpiling some of the alloy. So I could repurpose the large cog, because I honestly don't think we're ever going to need to make any more large cogs. We have 8,192 of them, so... So I could take the alloy that we get from the large cogs right now and just feed them into another drawer and start stockpiling andesite alloy. That's a pretty good idea. Anyway, we're at the 2-hour mark, so let's finish up this little bit right here. And I'm going to continue off camera, of course, and we're gonna get this done. Okay, so this should be the die ready to go, and I actually just realized this is in the wrong spot. There we go. Beautiful. Because we needed to put another there. I think that should work. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll need to make a fan that blows it. Actually, if we do this... Oh, whoops. Then we won't even need anything there. We could literally just blow it right onto the belt. Cover that up, make sure it doesn't go flying, so should be just fine. All right, let's end with a nice aerial view of the factory to date. What do you guys think? Let me turn on some. All right, ladies and gents, if you guys made it to the end of the stream, thank you so much for hanging out. This is an aerial view of the entire factory thus far. Looking really snazzy. Really cool. Almost done with Inductive Mechanisms. Gonna be finishing up very soon. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. Leave a comment down below to help with the search results. And hit that subscribe button too if you haven't already. Let me check the subscriber count, see if we gained anybody, because that ticker runs to the nearest 10th. And we gained 1 subscriber during the stream. Must not have been public, otherwise we would have gotten. I still have yet to get a stream alert. I have those set up now, so if somebody subscribes while we're streaming publicly, we should get a ding ding. But anyway, we're all set with the stream. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic weekend. Go Bills in the divisional playoffs. You know, I had to throw that in there, of course. And take care. I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye. I'll be in Symmetry voice chat if you're up for a chat. Okay. All right, cool. Peace out.